Hi there, hope you're doing well. This is something new. Now we're done with the quarterly theory. Now this is some of my edge or concepts, so to say that I add extra to the quarterly theory. Now, today video is gonna talk about we're gonna talk about daily bias framework. Before you touch a chart, you need to know what the day candles is likely going to do, right? Two tools, three signatures, clear, simple, and repeatable. This is what we want. Let's jump into it. Our first tool, daily candle closure. It's important to pay attention to daily time frame. Firstly, when it's likely to continue, yesterday closed above the previous day's high wick, or vice versa. Today likely continue that direction when this occurs. The broken high or low is a near guarantee initial target. Let me show you what this means. Alright, this is Nasdaq daily time frame, June. This is a good example. Let's say this candle open up, the body closed below the previous day low, right? With the body closed. What is the day likely? The day after is going to do, of course, continue, right? Well, this is exactly why we took out the lows, previous day low, and not the previous day high. Guys, this alone is not enough. If you jump into 1 minute time frame, it's more clear. Let me show you. I have already everything annotated. Now, if you can pay attention. To me, I focus a lot on the hourly time frame. Tells me more. Of course, you have to pay attention to the daily, to the weekly, to the monthly, to the hourly, 4 hour, 30 minute, 15 minute, 5 minute. Guys, if you want to be a good trader, you have to put in more reps. You have to do more. All right. And the more, the better. Right. So, then you can understand what the week is likely to do. Let's say on Monday we accumulated, this is manipulated, and then you understand distribution, manipulation is coming, etc. You understand the frame. It's but of course, look first to the daily. When the markets want to reverse, look at yesterday wicks below the previous day's low, and vice versa. But its body closed back inside the range. It took liquidity but failed to close beyond to the elected reverse. Let me show you. Another example, let's say this one, all right? We worked above this high, previous day high, this, even the week. Yeah, the week high, previous week high even. That's way better. Okay, with what? With a wick or with a body? Of course, with a wick, we took out the buy sides. Wait, let's say previous day high. What is the next day is likely going to do? Reverse, of course, because we already took out the liquidity on the highs, and vice versa, guys. Lastly, when the markets tend to consolidate, yesterday stayed entirely inside the previous day's range. Expect today to be explosive. Price takes both sides or aggressive breaks out. Let me show you again. Same. Right, let's pay attention to this daily candle. This candle didn't take out this low, neither the high, previously high, neither the low. All right, it's inside. All right, what is the next day is likely going to do? Explosive, of course, because this is like accumulation. This is manipulation. And then this is distribution. You see, guys? Another example. This one. Do you see this candle? Right, this one. This is we didn't even check out the previous day high, neither the low, right? Let me show you guys. Neither the low, right? Neither the, oh my god, this is so interesting. And then what are we expecting on this candle to do? This one. This one. Of course. The day after that is likely going to distribute whether high or low. Because this candle didn't trade outside of the range. What the range? The previous day range, such as neither taking this side out, neither the low out. So this is of course distribution. The target rule, the color of the closure tells you the day's primary draw. A bullish candle, continuation or reversal signature point the previous day's high as the main target. A bearish candle, continuation or reversal points the previous day's low. Read the signature of the type of move. Read the color of the direction of the drum. Now, guys, when we tend to say color, I hope you've seen my video about where I'm talking about PSP, precision swing point. All right, that is important. For example, let's say on Nasdaq we formed a bearish candle, and however on ES, let's say we formed a bullish candle. Right? Not only about this, but the color matters, right? The color matters here a lot, and that is our precision swing point. Let me show you how to apply this. Not only PSP, precision swing point, but also look at the daily. Let's say that we're trading in this day, all right? Let's say we're trading this day. On 9:30 open, the market's probably somewhere here. What is the candle? Of course, black or red, like it's bearish. Look at the daily, change time frame real quick, and take a look from outside, like zoom out, all right? When I mean zoom out, look at bigger, higher time frames when you're really confused about the bias itself. And then you will understand that day is likely going to check out this low and the new week opening up. 3 second tool, weekly slash monthly cycle sequential SMT. A weekly sequential SMT between Monday and Tuesday tells you Wednesday is likely distri to distribute, right? It's like the quarterly theory or power of three as well. A bullish reversal signature on Tuesday combines with a bullish weekly sequential SMT equals very confidence for Wednesday longs. When both tools align, the bias is clear. Guys, all it says is look also through the weekly time frame as well as monthly cycles, right? Because sometimes we form a cracking correlation between those time frames, but you won't notice why, because you were too focused too much on the lower time frame. That's why you have to focus, zoom out and just focus on the bigger time frame as well. Look where the market is heading. Look where the week is heading. But the most important is the SMT and as well as power of three or quarterly theory. Like each day has its own role. Like let's say Monday we accumulated, Tuesday let's say we manipulated, right? Of course Wednesday is gonna distribute. Or let's say Monday reversed, and here we accumulated Tuesday. This one on Wednesday we're gonna manipulate. You get the idea. All right, bias checklist pre-session. That means let's say you try at 9:30, come 30 minutes, 20 minutes, 45 minutes before the markets open, and then annotate all your things to have your bias checklist. First, what did yesterday's candle close as? Right? Continuation, reversal, consolidation, right? Let me show you how to apply this. For example, let's say we're trading today. All right, we'll look at yesterday. What did yesterday do? Yesterday we took out the previous day, like the day before, let's say Q1 high out, right? Let's say this is Q3, this is our day, current day, let's say. We took out the Q1 high and Q2 haven't been taken out. Q1 and Q2 haven't been taken out, right? We left it untapped, right? There are liquidity low, but we already took out that high. So what are we expecting here? Of course, to check out this low because this is our Q3 also distribution. Second, do we have a weekly or monthly cycle sequential SMT supporting the direction? Is there any PSP or SMT field confirming the bias? Guys, for you to look at weekly and monthly cycle, whether there is any SMT or not, it's gonna take you just 1 minute. And why not pay attention? You might be like, okay, Luan, well, why do I need to look at the monthly time frame when I'm trading on 1 minute chart? Bro, it's important. It's important. It does matter. It does make sense, right? All right. But also PSP or SMT fill confirming the buy. This is important, guys. SMT fill and overall SMT itself. Also PSP. Pay attention. Whether there is any cracking correlation between highly time frame, lower time frame, or SMT fill. Third, are we respecting or disrespecting key daily PD arrays such as gaps, order blocks, break blocks, etc.? Alright guys, this is crucial. I highly recommend you taking a screenshot of this and studying it yourself. Here we got yesterday's close, we got today's likely move and an initial target. Let's say that yesterday we closed above previous high, right? Previous day high, so to say. What is like today's likely move? Of course, continuation higher. And then the target is our previous day high, which also read for runners. And then we got close below previous low, continuation to lower, previous low runners, vice versa. Wicked above closing side, right? Let's say we would just wick the buy side. I'll just show you the example. But the body, not with body, just a wick, we close it. then it's like we would like to reverse lower, and initial target with previous candle low, and then vice versa, wick below, and then we close inside, reverse higher, previous candle high. Inside day, no break, such as let's say this is previous day high. Oh, this is, let me change the color real quick. Let's say this is our previous day high, right? And then not previous day high. Let's say this is our previous day high. What the next day is trying to do? What do you think we'll do? The day will open, of course, distribution either to lower, all right, or to the higher, one of them. Hope you get the idea. I know this looks interesting. And then yeah, it's either expansion or volatile, such as we either expand or lower because this day were inside day. So this is like accumulation. We're gonna manipulate either to higher or to lower. Both sides one break, etc. Last but not least, which I'm really advocate of, is this framework is fractal. Daily candle closure are the cleanest application, but the exact same logic reads on any time frame. Let's say you trade on minutes, doesn't matter if you trade in seconds or daily, monthly, everything is fractal. It applies to every time. Here applies to 4 hour candle to bias next 4 hour, a 1 hour candle for the next hour, even the 15 minute or 5 minute intraday position. Guys, even lower or even higher. Same three signature, same direction or rule, and the can closure tells the story on every time frame. This is important when I tell you guys the previous day high, previous day low close with a with a body closed or the wick, guys. All of that is fractal. It applies everything I taught you right now. It applies even on minutes. Hope you got something from this. Let me know what your thoughts are. Leave a like, subscribe. See you guys next time. Be safe.